Right, you lucky boys and girls, I'm going to give you a heads up. Fill you in, spill the beans. Digital is the daddy. It's the dog's dangly bits. Digital or die. Digital is daring. Digital is diverse. It is #delicious. But don't just take my word for it.
Digital is exciting.
Digital is awesome.
Digital is for pioneers.
Digital is constantly evolving.
Digital is everything.
Digital is the future.
Digital is ever-changing.
Digital is making the world a better place.
And despite a global recession, the UK internet ecosystem is worth 82 billion quid a year. Total UK internet traffic is expected to increase around about 37% between 2010 and 2015. And employment in digital has grown double the rate of the economy as a whole. So, you leave school, get addicted to watching Jeremy Kyle while developing a crush on Holly Willoughby or that guy from Homes Under the Hammer, or you could aim for a career in digital.
Well, I think digital is really where it's at today. It's the most happening industry that's there. It touches, whether it's music, through to entertainment, through to corporate. It's exciting, it's fast-paced, lots of opportunities, and also importantly, we've got lots of vacancies. We're a growing industry in the UK. We're one of the UK's, leading industries, and we want that to continue. So I think it has a lot to offer, and I hope that more people, are encouraged to explore and investigate, and come and join us.
Young people should consider digital as a career option because it's a rapidly growing industry. It's getting bigger and bigger every year, so there's a lot of potential for growth and a lot of potential for more people to come into the industry. Everyone's using the internet at the moment, so I think it's a great thing to get into.
My advice to anybody at school thinking about working in the digital industry would be to go for it. It's the future. There's lots of jobs opening up. Everything that we do in our day-to-day lives is becoming digital. So it's where it's at, really.
I think it's really important that we encourage young people into considering digital as a career choice. I think, you look at young people now and you see how they're absolutely kind of naturally adept at embracing digital technologies, social media, mobile phones. But I think the big thing is that they're not necessarily considering that as a career choice. They think of it as, well, that's just something that I do in my daily life. But what we want to do is explain to them that the thing that they're using, the app they're using, the social media platform that they're currently on, that was all built by somebody. It's being run by somebody, and that person could be them.
So, you get your job in digital. Now, are you going to be sat in a grey office with a grey telephone, wearing a grey suit? Nah. Digital offices are funky. You'll be sat in a funky office in a funky city with funky colleagues. You'll go to meetings in funky places with funky clients working on funky projects. You get the picture.
So the working environment in digital is pretty informal. We don't all come to work in suits. We don't expect everybody to look and behave the same. People are individuals, they're unique, and they bring their personalities into their work and into their workplace. People buy our people, our clients buy our people, and therefore you get a chance to shine and be who you are. You can't put a face on who you are in the workplace in our type of industry.
The environment where I work is really fun. Everyone seems to love their job, and it's a good thing working with people that love what they do. Really sociable environment. So going out each week, and again every Friday we do creative meetings, which aren't really meetings, they're normally a game. So it's really fun just getting involved and bonding with your team.
We have a foosball table, we have TVs all over the office, we have sofas, bean bags, and we can basically walk around, and we're free range essentially. Also, we're getting an arcade machine next week, which I'm really excited about.
Working at RedWeb, the environment is really light-hearted, it's fun, everyone's really creative who works there, so there's a good atmosphere in the office, we've got music playing, we're all on Facebook, Twitter, it's part of our job, so it's a nice light-hearted environment to work in.
It's an industry where many of its high flyers are under 30, and it's as much about talent as it is about experience. It's fast-paced, exciting and diverse. Technology never sits still, so you won't either. It's also pretty good pay, so strut your funky stuff and you could be the head honcho in no time. Funky.
The pay in our industry is really, really good, and I think that people can progress quickly if they're really good at what they do, so it gives you a chance as an individual to shine. I think the digital industry, the pay in the digital industry is comparable with really any of the top industries that you can go into as a young person.
I think actually the jobs in digital are well paid. I think people probably have to expect, first job, that there'll be some sort of introductory salary. But I think that the key thing that we have is that if you do well and you progress, your skills are in demand, and so therefore you can actually, you will be rewarded for that. So I have evidence of many people who, within 2 to 3 years of actually joining an agency within digital are on, salaries far in excess of their friends and people that they went to college, etc. with.
I'm really happy with my career progression so far. Moving from an e-commerce marketing manager, being client side, to now working agency side was a natural progression for me, and I hope to be able to work my way up to an account manager soon.
I started off as an account exec 2 years ago, and now account manager, kind of knocking on the door of senior account manager. So I think in a 2.5 year period, that's a pretty good progression. Yeah.
I'm very pleased with my career progress so far. I've only been in the industry for about 2 months, but I already feel that I've progressed really far.
I don't think there is an industry like it that perhaps has less rules and regulations about, who can do what and how things have to be. There are people who are young and talented who are running agencies, and there are people working in larger agencies, who really are, pushing the boundaries. So I think if you've got the determination and you've got the kind of drive, then you certainly can, progress your career, very, very quickly.
I know what you're thinking. It's all right banging on about digital, but what jobs have you got? Well, take your pick. Designer, web engineer, UX architect, account executive, project manager, animator, app developer, social media manager, planner. Oh, the list is endless, and there is something for everyone.
So the industry can offer young people a chance to work across a range of skills and career opportunities, from selling and client services, project management, development, creative, strategy, and I think that people can really learn to find a field of specialism that works for them.
So for instance, people with maths or physics backgrounds are coming into industry to do things like data analysis or strategy. People who have skills in English or languages are coming in from a content side. And then you have project management, account management, search, etc. So digital really does offer careers to a whole spectrum of people with different backgrounds.
So, we're all agreed, digital is cool, it can change the world. Without digital, would Obama's 2008 campaign have ended with the inauguration of the first black American president? Without digital, would the Brits have shopped to a tune of 186 million quid on Christmas Day? Without digital, would we have ever got to see those pictures of Prince Harry in Las Vegas? Would we have ever realised that Charlie had bitten his brother's finger, or that Debbie from Derby could have got with Walter from Walsall? The future is digital, and you should be part of it.
A good reason to get into the digital media industry is that although you may see the headlines on the news all the time about job losses and recession and things, truth is that Britain's creative industries are doing incredibly well. And it is one of our key industries where we are leagues ahead of other nations, and we're really known internationally as being a nation that produces very good creative people.
I think young people should consider digital as a career option because it's the future. Everything that we're progressing to is turning either online or turning into a digital tool. So there's more and more jobs opening up. It's a really interesting field to work in, and it's constantly changing, so you'll never get bored.
It is a brand new industry. It's the future of this country. It's the future really of our society, of our world at large, and you can be a part of building that future and having that adventure and having that really a dynamic place to work that every single day I'd guarantee you'd experience something different. You'd learn something you've never seen or understood or known before. And for me, that's so exciting.
We are privileged to be living at a time in our lives where we're going through a game-changing stage in the world's evolution, and we have the ability to affect and impact that change for the better. I think we've just begun that journey. I think it started 15 years ago, but right now, this moment in our world's history is the time when we can genuinely make a difference to people's lives across the world. We have never been given this opportunity in man's evolution, and I think that anyone that's interested in trying to leave the world in a better place than they found it should definitely consider a career in digital.